time for your midday fix of facts and spicy side.
From breaking headlines to backroom whispers.
Always served hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, glad to have you with us.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
Yes,
So,
Queen.
It's the start of the long weekend holiday today.
It started for me last night, but we're working.
Yes. I'm
We never
surprised
have
to see you here. I'm so
holidays.
glad you're here. Usually you're flying off somewhere.
No.
Right?
We
He is
are
flying off
Yay.
somewhere tomorrow after our show, actually.
Yes, I'm going to
He's
a birthday
escaping.
party.
But you'll be here Monday, right?
1,000% every day,
I
every
just want to
day.
make sure.
No
Yeah.
wonder the traffic was so bad yesterday.
Last
'cause
night.
It's a
So everybody's
holiday.
heading out.
Yes.
yeah.
And
That's
I
nice.
was at the 16th anniversary of the Ivy
Yeah,
Group
how
last
was that?
night. It was so much fun. It was with Vogue, the Ivy Group, and the artistas came out in full force. You got Heart, you've got Carla Bilyonaryo there last night.
So the
You've-
theme is
Yeah,
all
what's the
white
attire?
and
It was
glamorous.
all white.
Yeah.
And
You
the-
looked fabulous. I saw your outfit.
Sweet, I was wearing my outfit from our live
Exactly,
yesterday
you
all
look
the way
so
straight
fab.
to midnight. So
It looked good.
now I look like I'm going on safari.
Congrats to Dr. Ivy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's Aquino Day.
Yeah, I had no idea, and I'm clearly in theme.
Yes, you have an idea and you're in theme.
We're
I
gonna
did
hear
not know.
from,
I didn't even know it was a
We're
holiday.
going to hear from one of our reporters, Paolo Barcelon, is in the celebration over at the Manila Memorial, I think.
Yes. What's the tea, ladies?
But
What's going
also,
on?
well, actually,
Serious
we're
news
gonna
first.
Yeah.
Serious news, okay.
More names and contractors finally coming out in the Ghost Projects controversy, and now we just want to know what's gonna happen after this. I mean, the public is demanding accountability, and the
Yes.
president, who visited Bulacan again,
Yes.
Yes,
already
he was
said he's
upset.
very angry.
So I
Yes.
wonder
And
what the
rightfully
government will
so.
do to uphold them.
Yeah, but of course, I'm excited to hear what Maya's about to say. But also an agenda last night, I was watching that Pinky was on it and Willard. I was like, wow. So I can't wait to hear what you're about to report.
But also, guys, we have to congratulate our viewers and Bilyonaryo because we reached 1M.
1 million on
followers
Facebook. What's
in
up?
less than a year.
Thank
So
you
that
so
is such a
much.
Yes.
milestone for us.
And not only that, the Daily Dish, guys, it's our second week, full on tomorrow, and we've been gaining traction.
Yes.
We have a lot of viewers, and a lot of people were telling me last night they actually watched the Daily
Aw,
Dish, right?
That's
Love
such
it.
good news.
Yeah, so because of that, I want to go shout out to Katie and Budget because they said we always watch Daily Dish.
Yeah.
So, and you know, a lot of them actually have Bilyonaryo News Channel 24/7 on their TVs, on their
love
Samsung
it.
TVs.
And
We
you know
hope
what's
to
another
be your
milestone?
lunchtime companion.
Yeah, of course.
Another milestone is Ferdi is gonna do some demos today because
No, I'm
we
not.
got the Just Show Up Club here as our guest.
I am
which
not.
This girl, literally, I ran, like a 3K, 5K, something like that. But basta, I ran for the first time.
How was it,
It was
Mo?
so fun. I actually enjoyed it. I was dreading it at first because like this girl doesn't run, but I loved it.
Like
And
you were up
Fer-
at 5 a.m. for
I
that,
was up
right?
super early,
She
trying
woke
to
me
wake
up.
Ferdi up. I literally called him. I'm like, I'm here. I'm under your building. Come run.
You are not gonna bamboozle me in doing a demo because I am not.
You're
dressed
ready.
for it.
You're in a safari outfit.
No. Let's do it.
All right, we're going to talk about those stories today. Stay tuned. For our guests, we're going to talk about health and wellness, something you should know about. Okay, the headlines coming up shortly. Now today's headlines. A contractor and a congressman linked to corruption in flood control projects speak out after Senator Ping Lacson's privileged speech on Wednesday. A leadership change in the DPWH. Public Works Secretary Manuel Bonoan is reportedly on his way out. His rumored replacement, former Secretary Rogelio Babes Tingson. But Bonoan says it's up to Malacanang. Villar in trouble. Bilyonaryo and businessman Manny Villar's land holdings is fined 12 million pesos for alleged breach of the country's security laws. And in entertainment, 18 supremacy for the third straight year. The kings of P-pop SB19 is crowned again in Billboard's Fan Army Face-Off. We're now hearing from a contractor and a congressman linked to corruption in flood control projects by Senator Panfilo Lacson in his privileged speech yesterday. Now, Joash Malimban joins us live from Calamba, Laguna. Joash, after that bombshell expose, are we having Joash today now detailing how more than half of the billions allocated to the DPWH have been lost to corruption? And he named Congressman Arnan Panaligan and several contractors linked to these ghost projects. What response did we hear so far, Joash?
Mai, before we go to Congressman Panaligan, in response to earlier media reports, repairs are now underway on parts of a flood control project in Oriental Mindoro after parts of the dike were hit by heavy rains last week. The contractors on West Incorporated said about 5% of the project sustained damage and restoration work began August 2. The company stressed that the rehabilitation is being done at no cost to government as part of its warranty commitment. Meanwhile, Oriental Mindoro 1st District Representative Arnan Panaligan has denied involvement in damaged flood control projects flagged by Senator Panfilo Lacson. Panaligan said the projects were identified and implemented by the Department of Public Works and Highways and were already part of the National Expenditures Program. Lacson earlier presented documents linking the projects to Panaligan through his social media reports. But the lawmaker insisted that Congress only approves the national budget and does not directly handle DPWH projects. The issue comes, Mai, amid heightened public scrutiny of infrastructure projects after President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. warned against government kickbacks in this flood control project contracts. Mai.
So, George, when are the repairs expected to be completed?
Well, Mai, the company said that they are expecting to complete the repairs by the end of this month after a full-blown or a full-scale work was implemented last August 11, Mai.
Right, thank you, Joash Malimban there, live from Calamba in Laguna. In the middle of the ongoing probe on bungled flood control projects, talk has now surfaced about a possible change of leadership at the DPWH. A report on Politico.com says former Public Works Secretary Rogelio Babe Singson is being eyed to replace Manuel Bonoan, who's facing criticism over these exposed anomalies. Singson led the agency during the Aquino administration. In an earlier interview on BNC's On Point, he said the department under his leadership was able to turn over a flood control master plan before he left office. In a separate interview on BNC's Agenda, Bonoan said he feels sorry for the reported irregularities and would leave his fate to the president. The stories on ghost flood control projects continue. Our Hanati went to San Pedro, Laguna to check on a multi-million peso project which was proven to be non-existent. Hannah, what else did you find there?
A chicken coop stood on the site of what was supposed to be a 91.6 million peso river wall project here in San Pedro, Laguna. No traces of construction, backhoes, or any equipment. Even the riprap seen on the lot was old, around 30 years, according to the lot owner. Residents themselves say this subdivision has never flooded. If it ever did, the rest of San Pedro would already be underwater given how elevated the area is. The project, according to the list of President Bongbong Marcos, was funded in 2022 and supposedly finished by March 5, 2023, remains nowhere in sight. The contractor Alpha and Omega, led by President Sara Diskaya, who failed to show up at the first Blue Ribbon Committee hearing this week. She's one of the 8 contractors who will be subpoenaed by the Senate to attend the Blue Ribbon Committee hearing. Her family's firms, according to Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto, are Alpha and Omega, St. Timothy, and St. Gerard, have bagged around 17 billion in flood control projects since 2022. Adding other companies tied to the Discayas, their total take reaches up to 31.6 billion, or more than 6% of all flood control projects nationwide. nationwide. Yet many of these projects, from a multi-million Pasig River footbridge that left only posts standing to some multi-million structures in Iloilo, have been earlier flagged as non-functional or practically non-existent. Budget Hawk and Senator Ping Lacson had earlier pointed to these so-called ghost and guni-guni projects as symbols of systemic abuse in infrastructure spending. Now, this river wall in Laguna, reduced to nothing but a chicken coop, may well be the clearest example yet. And we saw comment from the Diskaya camp. They said the coordinates of the project may have been inaccurate. Mai?
Guni-guni talaga, Hana, no? And many are also unfinished. Diba? Now, ano pa ang nakita mo dyan? Are there any nearby flood control projects there?
That's right, Mai. Actually, a few kilometers away from that site, meron pang isang existing river wall project. We checked, no, merong mga construction worker doon na currently ay nagtatrabaho, and we saw na dapat ang completion date nun ay January 17, 2025 pa, at ang halaga ng project ay nasa around 93.8 million pesos. And when we asked the construction workers, sinabi nila na kaya raw na delay ay dahil daw minsan sa sama ng panahon, madalas hindi sila makapag-construct doon. But supposedly, dapat nitong January pa tapos itong construction site. According to the residents here, hindi naman talaga bahain itong area dito sa San Pedro, kaya nagtataka sila bakit merong ganitong mga multi-million peso flood control projects. Back to you, Mai.
And it should really make us angry given all these anomalies coming up. Hannah T. reporting live from San Pedro, Laguna. Thank you, Hannah. In other news, the U.S. Embassy is now sending a copy of the extradition documents to Justice Secretary Boying Remulla regarding jailed religious leader Apollo Quiboloy. Speaking to Bilyonaryo News Channel, Philippine Ambassador to the U.S. Jose Manuel Babe Romualdez says the documents apparently did not reach Remulla for some reason. The U.S. formally asked the Philippine government to extradite the Kingdom of Jesus Christ leader who's facing human trafficking charges here in the country. As for Quiboloy's camp, they say they have yet to receive the extradition documents. Aside from the charges he's facing here, Quiboloy is on the FBI's most wanted list for alleged sex trafficking and bulk cash smuggling. A quick check on the weather. Pag-asa says a low-pressure area east of Baler, Aurora has a medium potential of developing into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. Should it strengthen into a tropical cyclone, it will be named Bagyong Isang. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon or Habagat continues to affect the western parts of southern Luzon, Visayas, and the entire Mindanao. Let's continue to monitor this LPA, but let's hope we won't have a rainy, long weekend ahead. The Securities and Exchange Commission has found billionaire Manuel Manny Villar and other top executives of Villar Land Holdings liable for violating the country's securities law. The SEC said Villar Land prematurely announced that its valuation had soared to over 1.3 trillion pesos despite failing to file required financial reports on time. Regulators warned the disclosure was misleading and could deceive investors and the market. The regulator fined the company 12 million pesos plus daily penalties until it complies. Villar and 11 other directors, including his children, Senators Mark and Camille Villar, as well as company president Manuel Paulo Villar, were also ordered to explain within 10 days why they should not face further liability. Philippine law enforcement and the Korean embassy are stepping up efforts to safeguard the Korean community. A dedicated Korean desk has been set up nationwide following high-level talks and recent incidents that highlighted the need for tighter protection. Let's go live to Andrea Salve, who's now in Pampanga. Andrea? Andrea, go ahead.
The Korean Embassy and Philippine law enforcement agencies are working to strengthen security for the Korean community across the country through the launch of a dedicated Korean desk. Korean Ambassador His Excellency Lee Sang-hwa, PAOK Executive Director Gilbert Cruz, PNP Region 3 Director Police Brigadier General Ponce Rogelio Peñones, and Angeles Korean Association President Choi Jong-pil joined forces today to formally inaugurate the Korean desk. This initiative follows a series of talks between the Korean Embassy and the Philippine government regarding the safety of Korean nationals in the country. The move comes in the wake of a shooting incident in Angeles last month that claimed the life of a Korean citizen, prompting the embassy to raise concerns over the welfare of its people. Officials say a noticeable drop in South Korean tourist arrivals was also recorded, something authorities aim to address through this initiative. Ambassador Lee revealed that he had earlier met with Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin and NBI Director Jaime Santiago to discuss strengthening bilateral security ties. The launch in Angeles was part of a nationwide rollout with similar desks established in Clark, Tarlac, Manila, and Cebu. The Bureau of Immigration earlier noted a surge in Korean tourist arrivals in Angeles, attributed to its proximity to Clark International Airport, one of the main gateways for flights from South Korea. Mai PAOK Chief Gilbert Cruz said an estimated 50,000 Koreans currently reside in Angeles City. Mai?
Thank you, Andrea Salvador, live from Pampanga. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance says Europe must bear most of the cost of Ukraine's security guarantees. Speaking on Fox News, Vance said the U.S. can help stop the war, but the lion's share of responsibility belongs to Europe, calling it their continent and their security. The remark highlights President Donald Trump's push to shift Ukraine's defense costs to Europe as allies form a coalition of the willing and Washington rules out blank checks. Vance said Russia wants territorial concessions, something Ukraine rejects under its constitution, though Kiev lacks the means to force a full withdrawal. Meta Platforms has paused hiring in its artificial intelligence division after recruiting more than 50 researchers and engineers, according to the Wall Street Journal. A company spokesperson told Reuters the move is part of routine organizational planning as Meta builds super intelligence efforts and goes through its annual budgeting process. The Aquino family and supporters gathered today at the Manila Memorial Park to commemorate the death anniversary of democracy icon and former Senator Ninoy Aquino. Paulo Barcelon joins us on the phone from Sucat in Parañaque. Paulo, what are the highlights of today's celebration?
Good afternoon, my friends, family, and supporters gathered for a series of activities to commemorate the assassination of former Senator Ninoy Aquino. Among those who attended are his daughters Paul C. Aquino Cruz, Biel Aquino D, as well as Ninoy's grandsons Kiko Aquino D, Jiggy Aquino Cruz, and Josh Aquino. In his homily, Father Manoling Francisco reiterated the causes of which Ninoy died, especially the line, "The Filipino is worth dying for," especially with recent political issues hounding the country. Now, when it comes to attendance, also among those who attended were Akbayan Party List Representative Chel Diokno and former Representative Erin Tañada, as well as Lenlen Oreta of Malabon. Earlier this morning, Senator Bam Aquino joined commemoration rites at Ninoy's namesake airport, and several members of the August 21 movement also attended this morning's mass. Unlike last year, the palace made the move to keep the holiday at August 21 compared to last year, when it was moved to August 23 to promote local tourism. Aquino was gunned down 42 years ago at the tarmac of then Manila International Airport while coming home from an exile after being imprisoned by his political rival and dictator, President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Mai?
Paulo, what more can we expect today in terms of the commemorations?
Here this afternoon, Mai, there will be a private gathering of some of the original and new members of the August 21 movement, a group which actually called for reforms in the political scene due to the death of then Senator Ninoy Aquino. It will be held from 3 to 6 p.m. It's not open for coverage, but we have been told by its convener, Vote Bohol, that they will send materials to the press. And it's expected to be filled with a lot of other supporters of the Aquino family. But today, Mai has been really low-key. It's been a fast celebration. There have been gatherings and masses, but then after such a quick gathering here, the members of the Aquino family quickly left and went back. And, it's a trademark that this family has always been commemorating, especially when it comes to these types of holidays, Mai.
Thanks, Paolo, for the update. Paolo Barcelon there reporting to us from Sucat in Parañaque. Now in sports, NBA star Kyle Kuzma is back in the country, but a visit to a tenement community in Manila had the former NBA champion looking back at his own struggles growing up. Our Monique Tuzon has this story.
NBA star Kyle Kuzma's trip to the Philippines went beyond basketball. While at a tenement in Punta Santa Ana for the inauguration of his mural, he overheard Manila Mayor Isko Moreno speaking Tagalog. Curious, he asked what he said. And the answer struck him. The families in the tenement were celebrating finally having clean, running water in their homes.
I just felt very grateful just being there and being there in that moment, because I coming from Flint, Michigan, like we haven't had water for like 10 years. Like we've had running water, but our water has had like lead in it and iron and all these things that are like not supposed to be drinking. And, here we are and I'm thousands of miles across the ocean. And, they finally just got running water into their houses. Like it's crazy. It makes you just have a little, perspective of life. And I'm just very grateful to have a moment with those people.
For Kuzma, that moment was more than a story about clean water. It was a reminder of resilience and how life struggles can connect people, even when they come from different cultures and live miles and miles apart. He says their joy felt familiar, proof that human experiences, whether in Flint or Manila, often mirror each other. A small but powerful encounter that shows how shared challenges can build bridges far beyond the basketball court. Monique Tuzon, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
So Mo, he's really a big name in the NBA. Tell us more about his visit. It's his second time here,
This is his second time, and he's planning on coming again next year. But this time around, he's trying to build his Asia fan base. Basically, I think after this, he's going to Singapore, where he's really trying to know, especially the Filipino people. He said he loves the Philippines, and he's hoping next year we can do more creative things. He wants to try halo-halo.
Well, he
spaghetti
can
and all
come on the
that.
Daily Dish, and I'm sure his
asked
fan
him.
base would explode.
Exactly.
He just gained a new fan in Ferdi.
Yeah, Ferdi literally.
I'm a total
new
fan right now because he went down there to check out, the people in that tenement, and that's important so that Filipinos actually see how the peoples live.
Yeah, and he really related to it with his struggles living in the U.S. because in Flint, Michigan, they're having water issues where it's not really safe to drink because there's iron and what other not chemicals that you can't drink.
Yeah.
So he related that to what's happening here, and he just got gulat even if we're miles apart, we can still relate. So that's the gist of the story.
Got gulat?
Even
Got
though he got gulat. And that's our Tagalog of the day.
All right. Okay, but we love someone who's humble and who's giving back to the community.
But don't get gulat with their next news.
Thanks, Mo. But we have to turn to sad news now. In the local college basketball scene, UP's foreign recruit, Israel Friday, has died. The UP Office for Athletics and Sports Development says the 6'10" Nigerian transferee from CEU collapsed during practice on Tuesday. He was rushed to a nearby hospital, but efforts to revive the 19-year-old were unsuccessful. The cause of death has yet to be determined. UP says they are extending full support to Friday's family during this difficult time. Friday would have turned 20 on September 6th. His sudden death comes just 2 months after National University's Ashlyn Abong also collapsed during training and died at only 18 years old. Shifting gears now to entertainment, Jennifer Lopez is serving full diva in Kiss of the Spider-Woman. In the trailer, she sings, dances, and dazzles in sparkly costumes like the diva she is. Directed by Dreamgirls legend Bill Condon, it's based on a classic novel and a hit Broadway show that bagged several Tony Awards. And from a queen to kings, it's another proud day for P-pop royalty, SB19, and their unstoppable fandom 18. They just snatched the crown again in Billboard's Fan Army Face-Off for the 3rd year in a row. This epic three-peat means 18 now shares the top spot with K-pop legends T-Aris Queens for the most wins ever in the competition. 18 went head-to-head with none other than Selena Gomez's Selenators. Did I say that right, Mo?
I think so.
Selenators, and came out victorious. Billboard's Fan Army Face-Off is an annual global showdown where fan bases of artists across the world battle it out to see who reigns supreme. Up next, we'll speak with the people behind the Just Show Up Club on achieving a healthy lifestyle. The Daily Dish will be right back. Stay tuned.
Hello, welcome back. You're watching The Daily Dish. Now, there's a growing community of runners inspiring other people to stay fit and healthy, which I need. I had a chance to meet and run with them, so watch this, my first ever run.
Morning, guys. We literally just woke up and rolled out of bed. As you can see, we have no makeup on. This is literally how I look first thing in the morning. We're here with Bravo Run Club, but now they're called Just Show Up Club, which is what I did for the shoot. It's my first time running. Low-key, no, not low-key, I'm high-key nervous. This girl does not run, but you know what? At least we are dressed for running. At least we look kind of cute if we can't run. But yeah, come with me. Let's do my first 5K. She's so good.
Thank you for showing up. So, I also just want to shout out, we got 2 special guests today. We got Bilyonaryo News Channel. We also have Mal. What are your shout out, Mal? Let's go.
So we will start a little bit faster, 10 seconds faster on our usual pace.
Okay guys, so I think I'm now in my running era. We literally did, I think, 3K. The rest of the 2K, we kind of walked because we got stuck chatting. But I really enjoyed it. This was so fun. And now I think I'm going to start joining, and you know, this will be my fit run girl era. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys are inspired to run as well. See you guys later. I'm going to go try to finish the 2K now.
We are grateful to have here with us to show up, actually. Just Show Up Club's ambassador, Matthew Barbers, and Coach Jett San Juan. I know this is a setup, Mai.
Thank you, coaches, for joining us today.
This is a total setup.
No, we all need it. We were just talking
need
about
it, yeah.
dieting and losing. I need to lose 12 pounds in 4 weeks, and Ferdi needs to lose,
What are
a
you
little more.
saying?
You just said so.
What are you saying?
But then we all need it. But then Coach Matt is saying you also need exercise, not just diet.
Yeah.
So we
Right.
are gonna do just that, right, guys? We're gonna sleep over at Ferdi's and we're gonna run almost every other morning, right?
I'm
We
telling
already
you,
did that.
this is a setup, okay? Number one, they sat me beside these zero-fat coaches. Okay, if you just look at him, like, if I wore this outfit right now,
It's so inspiring.
I'd look like I'm
to look
6
like
months
that.
pregnant.
So Coach Matt, how do we start?
Well, first you show up for yourself, right?
Just show up.
Yeah, you have to.
That's
you have
so
to decide.
hard.
You have to decide. And then you take one small step.
So is that how you guys started this whole run club? Because you guys were previously called Rockwell Run Club,
Yeah.
and now you guys switched to Just Show Up Club. How did this all start?
It started with our founder, Ashley Cayuca. So, long story short, and I believe I have her permission to tell this story since she's not here. Hi, Ashley. It started with her, honestly, in one of the worst times of her life, where the way she says it is she was lost. And then one time scrolling through social media, she sees a post that says running as a form of meditation. So she tried it. And after a few hundred meters, she stopped and she realized why she hated it. But then she decided that, hey, if I'm really gonna give this a shot, I need to find a way to do it. So she called neighbors, 4 people, literally, dalawang balikbayan, as accountability partners, just to run with her on that next day. And that became every week, and that became every month, and that became 2 years, and now 100 average minimum runners per session
Yeah.
in 2 years consistently.
So, Coach Jeff, how big is it now? Who's qualified for this?
Everyone is free. The sessions are really free, and everyone is welcome. You just have to show up.
So anybody of any
Yes.
age.
So there's no membership fee, and there's no qualification. It depends on what fitness levels are you, or maybe age demographics, or everyone is LGBT, all women. Actually, for the gender demographics, we have a lot of women. And for our age demographics, we have a lot of millennials and Gen Z. doing it.
Coach, to start things off, you start with 3K or 2K?
We start with 5K or 30 minutes at our easiest sessions.
It's called a sexy pace, right? Because that's what I did.
What's
I did
a sexy pace?
Most pace.
But that's fast. But 30 minutes, 5K. Is
No,
it?
actually, that's
the
slow.
fast. So there are
Not slow, but
variety of
average.
sessions. Sometimes it's a 30-minute workout. Our 5K workout, there are different paces. I think we popularized this in the country also with Coach Jett and Ashley at
Coach Jett.
spearheading it. Yeah. It goes as fast as 4 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer, all the way down to sexy pace.
Yeah.
Okay, but you guys were talking about accountability partners. If I have Monique and Mai as my accountability partners, I'm doomed.
Why are you doomed? We're the ones making you do
I
it.
can,
more
be
like-
I can be your wake-up call.
Yeah, more like Mai and I'll hold Mai's hands like, Mai, I don't really have to do this today. And I'm sure I'm gonna sway her to say no.
Yeah,
Wow,
I'm sure
and then
I'm just
the
gonna
one
say,
who's
let's
gonna
go back
drag
to
both
bed.
of you guys. So we have to do it. Now let's talk about like all the different workouts that you guys do, because it's not just running. And you mentioned earlier, it depends on what level you are. So walk us through like a typical day at Just Show Up Club.
Morning, rather.
Ay, morning pala. No, they do nights as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I'm down with the nights, not the mornings.
I can't at nights because I have gender.
Would you
Okay.
have a hard time sleeping when you do a workout at night?
Depends how late. It can, not necessarily. Some people relax more.
Yeah.
But depending on the workouts, it can pump adrenaline. So generally, you don't want to work out too late.
Yeah, because that's a good point, Coach. Because you know when I work out, like if I do yoga, actually I'm more calm and I can sleep. So I was just telling them before we went on air with the two coaches. When I'm jet lagged, I actually run around the community at like 5 a.m., 6 o'clock. So you know, if I'm awake at that time, I'm jet lagged.
But yeah, going back to my question, walk us through like a typical morning or night.
Yeah.
Coach?
Yeah, actually, it was a gradual transition. So we, Ashley, the founder, they started it from her last 3 months, it was started in just a 3K run around. And when I entered 2 months after in the club, so we shifted gradually to and put some variations on the workouts. So from 3K, we did 5K around. And from easy run, we squeeze in some speed sessions in ultra, on the track. We squeeze in some long distances because a lot of joiners are also having their own marathons. So we need long runs, of course. And we need other sessions also on the evening. So we have night and morning sessions. So currently we have 5 sessions in a week. Wow. And we cater to all different age demographics and based on their own time availability. So for those people around the vicinity or the outskirts of Rockwell, like in Ayala Triangle Gardens, we have sessions there. Monday and Wednesday, we have tempo and speed sessions. And we have morning, like Tuesday morning here. So it caters to all. And we have long runs outside of Rockwell. So we cross 3 to 4 cities.
Coach, how old is your eldest or most senior member in the group?
Most senior, we have 40s, 50s.
Coach, we had older.
Yeah.
Senior na
We have
pala yun?
Yeah, 60s, 60s. We have 60s,
senior na ka
yeah.
pala.
40s, yeah.
Yeah, we have 60s,
We have,
yeah.
I think we even had older than 70 coach na may dumaan. And before, the mom also, yung one of our early runners, she would always walk around. I think she was in her 80s.
Yeah, in Rockwell. Yeah,
Yes,
one
in
of our
Rockwell, in
sessions,
Rockwell,
one of our
yeah.
session, Tuesday session.
That's great. And do you also help out like individuals or let's say that's got like body, limitations and say, they've got back pains and they can't really do the run. They can just, walk around. Is that something that you guys also advocate?
Yeah, so we have put up some mechanisms on that because the numbers are really growing and it's really widening. So different fitness levels. So we put up pace groups. And it depends on the fastest, on the middle, the intermediate, and all the way to the slowest. So we call it sexy pace. And we usually walk with them.
Yeah. That's so cool. Okay, fine. I'll do the sexy.
You can do the sexy pace for us.
It's so
That's
inspiring
very
to
you.
see everyone showing up and they're already fit.
Yeah.
But a lot of
Fabulous
people
bodies.
aren't really, most of them are not really there to get fit. Some are, but a lot of them, they're there for the community as well, the community aspect. So I want to talk more about that and touch base on that because have you guys found that most people are trying to get fit or are just there to find a community where they belong?
So if I may share,
Yeah.
and you like to hear this, the side effect is they get fit.
I love that this is a side
It's just a
effect.
bonus.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, so some people can come in for different reasons. A common theme is a new shift in their life. They left their job or lost a job or break up or ganito.
Oh,
or
so is it a
whatever.
dating thing too?
It's more of when you get there, you'll understand it's such a safe space that you didn't know exists amongst a lot of people na pwede pala yun, that you keep coming back even
That's
if I
where
don't
you
ask
find
you
your
to.
true love.
So it's a dating
It could be
space.
a
You might
dating
find
space.
someone, Ferdi.
I wouldn't call it that, but then, so for example, some people will see it like that because of the trending stuff on IG, just the clickbait, the aesthetic, that,
Yeah.
oh wow, beautiful people, men and women. So they come. But if you're not really disciplined, are you really going to wake up 5 a.m. every week for someone that you're not even going to talk to, a crush you won't talk
Actually,
to?
yeah.
So even if some people come, they come, right? Either the wrong people get weeded out,
Yes.
or they end up staying.
Yeah.
And the club, in less than a year, has produced 70 plus new marathon runners who completed it.
Wow.
A lot of them
Wow.
have been running less than a year, some
That's
just
so
a little
cool.
over.
So is it true that run clubs are now called alternatives to dating apps?
I'm showing up.
Yeah, that's your motivation
I feel
now.
like anywhere there's people can be a place to meet people to date, but that's not the priority. But it
course.
works because people who've known each other less than a year, even Coach Jett and I before, it just we became family.
Yeah, because those people that get fit together stay together.
together.
Yeah, why
What's
not?
up? Okay. Short club. I'm coining that, but I'll
Yeah.
show up.
Show up.
okay?
I'm showing up.
Not because I want to go on a date, but I'll just show up just because.
But you know what else they
Just
do?
because you're
Ferds?
fabulous.
Yeah. You'd love this. You know what else they do? They have coffee raves. So not only do
Yeah.
they have like the whole running thing,
That's a whole-
we'll party with coffee and matcha.
That's a lot. It's super trending now.
A whole other community cropping up.
And we can
with
talk
the
more
young
about that
generation
later, but I think right now we have to take a quick break.
Yes, the Daily Dish. We'll be right back.
You're still watching The Daily Dish.
Still with us, they're just Show Up Club's ambassador Matthew Barbers and Coach Jett San Juan. You want to take a nap right now?
No, we're totally like stuck to each other because
all
we're scared.
to do what they're about to do. No, we're really grateful to have them.
Mm-hmm.
But before we let them go, it's very important to warm up because most people think when they work out, they always stretch after the workout. But they're going to walk us through why it's important to always stretch and do some post-exercises or pre-exercises before the workout. So I'll hand us over, Matt and Coach Jett. Take it away. While we're cozy watching you guys.
Okay, so every time we start a run, be it in the club or in my personal coaching, we always have this warm-up exercise. So these are very vital, especially for warm-up because we're doing dynamic drills. So these to increase the heart rate flow, increase the flexibility, your biomechanics, and of course the heart rate. So we always do dynamic drills for warm-up and static drills. And Coach Matt will be doing later for the cool down. So for first, I'll be doing 4 full drills. So first is the arm swings like this. So these for the shoulders, the upper back, and the chest. Okay, front back swings. Then next is arm circles. Okay, to loosen the flexibility on the shoulders, then the upper back and or chest also. And you can reverse it after 8 to 10 reps. Then next is knee to chest or knee hugs. Okay, to improve your balance also. And yeah. Then next is lunges. It could be forward, so opposite arm, opposite leg, or it could be backward. So in repetitions. So this drill also, it enhances your lower extremities and it strengthens the hip, the knees, and the ankles. And the next will be, especially for the last one, we'll be doing the high knees. So it should be faster, okay? And always land on the ball of the feet. And you're preparing your body and your heart for the running.
Yeah, Coach Jett, so I just want to interrupt you real quick because I know a lot of our viewers and my Ferdi and I want to know, how important is it to wear the right shoes
Yeah,
for running?
the fit check. That's important.
Basically, gears is really part and parcel of running. So whether you're a newbie, you're intermediate, or an elite, proper gears are really very important, especially for the gears or for the shoes. So it should be properly fit, like at least a half or an inch of your actual feet. So, and also, the best thing is to have a gait analysis. So that's the best. So,
Coach, but how do you also, aside from the footwear, which is very important, how do you avoid injuries or body pains?
This is the one also of the things that we also coach our athletes. So first is the proper form, proper posture. Yeah. So there's
proper posture. Wait, actually, guys. So listen, I didn't like running before, but when I did the VTR, I was talking to Coach Matt, right? And he told me this little secret about running, which I will make him tell you guys. But it changed the way I ran and how I actually really enjoyed it afterwards. So can you tell them the proper running posture, like where to land and like all that?
So there's not like a one-size-fits-all, but there are general guidelines. And I learned this only from Coach Jett and from Ashley. I've been running as an athlete, as a football player since I was in high school, but it was just second nature. So long distance runs are different. And this little tip that helped me, it helped so much people, helped you in a few seconds. You said you'd always get knee pain.
Yeah.
And I noticed your form, you would almost always just land with your heels like you're walking. And I told you that running, especially long run, it's supposed to be a bounce.
Right.
It's kind of like you're hopping,
Okay.
but you're just hopping right to left, but you're hopping right to left forward. So you're almost on the mid-foot or ball of your feet almost, especially for longer runs.
You're gonna land supposedly where?
Mid-foot or on the ball of your feet. For shorter runs, you can mostly be leaning forward because you can sprint faster that way. But then for long runs, right, Coach? It's mid-foot, close to the ball of your feet. So it's kind of like you're almost like a tiptoe. You're never really doing heel strike unless you need it.
because that's why I didn't get pains here
Your shin
immediately
splints,
because
yeah.
that's so cool.
I know it really
And
makes
your
a
knees
difference.
too. Yes, it can affect that.
I
There's
mean,
no
it doesn't
support.
affect my knees because I'm not 70 yet.
But yeah, basically, just bouncing right and
Coach,
left.
any tips as to your stride when you run or the posture as well?
Well, again, I learned this from Coach. You should run tall. So a lot of people, they think they need to lean forward from the hips.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But it's actually a lean forward. If Coach Jett can demonstrate from the ankle and your head is just leaning forward.
So instead of leaning from the hips,
Yeah.
you should be leaning from the ankle. So just like physics.
Leaning
and
from
so that's the
there.
propulsion. If you want to go faster, so naturally lean slightly bent.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
what about the arms? Because I feel like when I run, I look like I have T-Rex arms.
So
Like
it's
that?
not,
How do you-
It's me running like this.
yeah. Yeah. So it's just relax, stabilize your shoulders and your arms. So when you're swinging your arms, always swing from the elbow, not from the shoulders. So just front back motion, just like a pendulum when it swings to the left.
Go
same
by.
space when it swings
Go
to the right.
by.
We should.
Yeah.
We should.
go
No,
back,
just
go
here.
back.
Just
We should
go
be.
by.
Yeah.
No. No, I think it's about like getting comfortable
Yeah.
with
Yes.
how you land. Also.
Yeah, it's like walking. It's
Yeah.
always
Yeah,
natural to
how
go
you
opposite.
land and your
So it's the same
posture,
thing. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now,
So-
what about
Okay.
for cool down?
Okay, so for cool down, opposite of what Coach Jett showed, what he showed was dynamic warm-up.
Yes, because Mai's gonna do it with you.
Because
Miss Mai talaga.
you're supposed to wake the body up and prep it for movement,
Yeah.
prep it for load. The opposite is true for cool down. So this is where longer or static stretches are more important because you want to relax the muscles that got tense, especially for people that might get tense or it's new to them. You have to cool down because you don't want to go hot to cold instantly.
Yeah.
So you want to warm down or cool down. So I always start head to toe or vice versa. So I learned this because I was a dance scholar, football player. In running, I realized it applies the same.
So go show us, Coach Mai.
So I normally just start just stretching up, opening my legs a little bit, but stretching the upper body. So even if running is lower body, for me personally, just relaxing everything from the top down just allows your body to just relax into after the work, relax into the state that you're supposed to be at. So I'll start from the head, for example. I'll do head rotations or just static stretches. Right, I'll do the shoulders because we also use the shoulders. Contrary to popular belief, when you're running, especially long distances, right? Basic things, stretch the back, whatever. And then I like doing hip rotations, just really stretching out here. I do
This
this
is
for
really
warm up
helping.
also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Totally
Always go the
helps.
other side. And then super simple. You have to be able to also in the club accommodate all levels of flexibility, age, and fitness levels. So I can't just do one stretch all the way here and expect you to do it. So there are regressions and progressions. So one basic that everyone can do is rather than a deep lunge, you take a small step forward, lean forward, and stretch that back leg.
Oh,
So
that
now,
works.
Now I'm stretching my hamstrings, my glutes, and that calf already. And then I can just lean back and flex this foot. Everyone can do this also. And then you do the other side.
No, I can't. I can't even reach my
Can't do it
toes.
this
Can't
Yeah.
reach my toes.
So so what you do is the reason people can't do it is they keep their toes down.
Yeah.
You have to flex that foot and everything is yes. So it's those little things. That's where coaching
Yeah,
matters.
all the little tweaks.
Details, right?
Yeah.
I
And
got
avoid
this.
injuries.
Yes,
right?
also. So little adjustments. So yeah, I would also stretch the quads, super basic, like this, the hamstring right here. And lying down or sitting down, I would
What
love
can we
to
do?
stretch the glutes post-run. So you can be sitting down
That
or
hurt,
lying
though.
down.
I can't do this.
No,
I'm wearing
you
a
can't do
dress.
it.
I'm wearing a skirt.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's why we're
Yeah.
here
How
together.
come that hurt?
Which one? What did you do?
I did the, what's this, the hamstring. The hamstring like this.
Oh, well,
no,
number
here.
one, your quad. This
Yeah,
one?
the quad, yeah.
Maybe you haven't been doing it for a long time. Yeah.
Okay.
Nabigla.
All right,
Yeah.
Mai. That's a lot of cool down workout. Thank you, coaches.
Yeah,
Yes.
for
Thank
our
you so
viewers who are interested
much.
in joining and just showing up, where can they find you guys?
So you can find us on Instagram for all our details and schedule at Just Show Up Club. That's at Just Show Up Club, formerly Rockwell Run Club, for people who are curious. We have runs 5 days a week. Currently, we have 5 sessions. We have easy runs, beginner friendly, advanced friendly also. We have speed sessions, we have track sessions, and we have Sunday long distance runs. And occasionally, we also have trail runs on some Saturdays. So if you want to come join the community or find a safe space to just be fitter or run with us, come show up.
Yes, Coach. Count on us. We are going to show up. Ferdi,
Definitely.
Mo, and I.
1000%.
And if I can
Yes.
do it, you all can do it.
The sexy pace first.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Well, up next, guys, do live butterflies really belong in a pageant stunt?
Do they?
I think not. We're breaking down the controversy when the Daily Dish returns. And welcome back. You're still watching The Daily Dish. A Caloocan beauty queen, Ariane Villarreal, sparked online fury after releasing live butterflies during the Miss Grand Philippines preliminary competition. Clad in a sparkling emerald gown, she said she aimed to symbolize hope and transformation. But netizens and environmentalists weren't having it. Despite her apology saying no harm was intended, many said that's too much for a pageant stunt. I actually will say I agree. I don't think live animals, it doesn't matter if it's butterflies, like bugs or any sorts, belong in the pageantry world.
Just avoid using them as part of any
that's
stunt.
Animal cruelty.
Right?
And honestly, guys, have you all heard of origami? You guys can literally make origami butterflies and throw it and they will fly. Kawawa naman yung butterflies.
Oh, okay, you are very
Sorry.
passionate about this.
Nagalit.
Well, you are do your own opinions. However, perhaps we should listen to a statement from her. I mean, if she says that she didn't mean any
And there was
pain
no
and hurt,
harm done.
No,
and the harm
actually,
done.
a lot of the
do you
butterflies
know?
died.
Do we actually
No.
know?
Yeah,
way.
afterwards, because I looked it up, the butterflies were dead along the
died,
side of
Ferdi.
the stage. So
See,
that's the
yeah,
thing.
then that's a thing. I mean, is it worth a
Yeah.
stunt?
Because I mean, if she handled it differently and they were still alive afterwards and she handled it delicately, then I think that's okay.
This
But-
Grand International is
Yeah,
giving us a
yeah.
lot of
And we're
headlines
hearing
for a couple of
a lot of
days.
stunts in the pageant.
We got
like
cartwheels,
the cartwheels.
we got
and-
butterflies. I'm like, I can't wait to
The
see
live
what happens.
karaoke machine. We should have gone there.
Their coronation night's coming up. I wonder this
when?
Saturday. I wonder what's gonna
I
happen.
bet we're gonna hear more
Yeah,
from their
we'll see.
paandar. Right, that's it for us today, August 21st. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With zero filter. I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime is a good time because it's more fun with us.
And I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most without butterflies.
And I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's a Daily Dish served. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your long weekend.